What's going on, guys? Plastic Beach X3 back here with another One Piece video, and this time it's going to be the feature match of the Ohio Store Regionals that happened over the weekend. It's going to be round 1, Bonney versus Yellow Captain Kid. I actually ended up winning this tournament. With my Ploofy deck, and if you haven't seen the deck profile, it is posted on the channel, so go watch that deck profile. But we're going to be going through all 5 rounds of the No Limit Gaming Store Regional. So first round I played against Zoro, but we're going to be watching the feature, which is this interesting Captain Kid list. I'm not like I said, not exactly sure on the 2 lists because I wasn't we don't have this isn't a sim game, so we can't see the lists, but it is an interesting deck, this format. If I had to build the deck, I would probably build it differently than a lot of people. I think Yamato deserves a spot in the list somewhere. Maybe even over the 8-drop kid, but I understand that you can't stand it with the leader ability, but still gaining a life that's face down to restand your law seems pretty good. Captain Kid is going to start with a Luffy Searcher, going to grab an X Strike and pass turn. Just going into it, seems like Bonney would be a favorite in the matchup, just because of the Captain Kid 8-drop. Bonney's just going to play the Rosinante blocker and pass turn. Kid is just going to go 5 at life. Bonney will take that one. And then 5 at life with the Luffy. Probably a little greedy to take that 5, both 5s on the first turn. So Bonney does counter out with a 2-drop killer, actually. Bonney is then going to play the Bonney Searcher. Tap to search. Looking for a Supernova here. Gonna grab the 2K counter. And then just go 6 to life. Gonna 2K counter that. Staying at 5 life for the kid is interesting, because you do have things like 10-drop ace that'll give you a lot of value if you're at 2 life. But fair enough. Bonney does have a Dawn standing, so Kid's gonna have to swing 5 into this Bonney Searcher. Gonna tap the Luffy, of course, and then gonna Gadatsu the Rosinante blocker. So fair enough. If you can see my cat's tail. But you probably can't see my cat because my camera's too high. Alright, well, Bonnie's going to go 6 into life. Going to get a 2K beige out of hand. And then going to play a Smoker 5-drop. Restand the... So they went... Yeah, okay. So restand the Dawn. They were on 6 Dawn. With the Smoker ability so that they can tap either the Skadatsu or leader on the backswing now. Gets interesting for Kid. They're at 7 life. See, now this is why I would have took the life, because on 7 Dawn, obviously, you can gain a life with your 7 cost law. So I probably would have took the life just to have more cards in hand, because you're going to get the life back anyway. But not being able to deal with this Smoker is going to be tough if they don't have like a Damned Punk or something. They're going to go 8 with Gadatsu, tap the leader, and then tap 5. For an Onami, so they do have a way to kill it, so that's fair enough. Gonna discard an Kiku Nojo to kill that Smoker. That's pretty good value for them. They don't get to draw the card. Actually, they do get to draw the card. I don't know if they did. Let's see. So they discard. They play Onami or Nami. And they don't draw the card, so yeah, they could have drawn a card there off the Nami. But, which is another reason why they would have countered out early. But unfortunately, they just didn't do it. So they're going to play the Cavendish. Restand 2, go back to 5 here. If they do have the Smoker, I don't believe... Oh, no, they could. They could Smoker still and restand the Dawn, but they don't have it. They're just going to go 6 at life. Kid's still sitting at 5 life, so if this is at life, I definitely would take it. It might... Okay, so it's at the Gadatsu. That's fair enough. They're going to counter with a Hawkins and then just play this Tashigi so that their Cavendish cannot be dealt with like their Smoker was. Captain Kid gonna go to 9 Dawn, still sitting at 5 life. I don't like it, but fair enough. They could have had an extra card in hand. Two extra cards in hand. First gonna start with an 8. At life, they're gonna take it, tapping this Nami. Now we're sitting with 7 Dawn, I think. So yeah, gonna play the 7-drop Law. Going to not use the ability to gain a life and just put a Dawn under leader, swing 6. And then gonna use Captain Kid's ability, making the Law into a blocker, flipping over an X-Drake. Only 2 cards in hand for the Captain Kid player. But Bonney is going to play their Captain Kid 8-drop, play the Resonante off of it, and then swing 7 at the Nami with the Cavendish restanding 2 Dawn. And they're just going to block 9. And then we'll go 6 into something, probably the Nami. Which is likely just going to die because we have 0 cards and we have 2 cards in hand. But they are going to 2K counter that out of it. I probably would have let it go. A 5K isn't going to be super valuable for you into Kid. A body is, though. I mean, a body is a body is a body. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, they just couldn't take their life, so they're not going to be able to use Captain Kid's ability this turn. They do draw the Damned Punks, actually, so they're going to move that X-Drake to the bottom, kill the Corazon, and they're going to tap the Tashigi as to not let that Corazon die. So now they can use their Captain Kid ability. They're actually going to go 11 into the Kid. This probably draws out a blocker, I would assume. Going to tap the Gadatsu. And, yep, take the block. And then going to go 9 into the Kid. That's just a 2K out. And then restand, showing the Hawkins. Yeah, see what I mean? That Nami isn't going to do much for you. It couldn't even swing that turn, so I probably would have let it go and not give it up the card in hand. Now I'm going to play a Zoro. Okay. Pretty good. Going to play Zoro, swing 6, restand 2. Zoro is going to obviously clear up the board here. There is no such thing as Raigo anymore, so they're going to swing at the Gadatsu, let it go, and then swing 9 at life with the Captain Kid, hit that Hawkins, draw 2, trash 1. Couldn't see what they draw. And then just pass turn. So no blockers, so that's good for Captain Kid. But the Zoro is obviously going to be tearing up board on the next swing, on the next turn. Only 2 cards in hand. Gonna go 12 into, or I'm sorry, 11, no, 12, sorry, jeez. 12 into the Captain Kid. Gonna use the leader ability, tap the Nami, and just let the Kid die. So you can see in the Bonney's hand, they have like a 9-drop Shanks, a 7-drop Hody. Captain Kid is gonna play another 7-drop. This time going to gain the life with it. Put the rest of Dawn under leader. Swing 6 into life. Going to get a 2K out of there. And then restand the Trafalgar Law. by showing the Cavendish 6-drop vanilla. I'm going to turn down the music just a tad. Bonney is going to play this Smoker, restain the... Did they restain the Dawn? No. Good. Because they won't be able to use Cavendish ability if they do, so they're going to swing with the Zoro. They're going to take that life. No trigger, obviously, it's a Cavendish. Swing with the Cavendish. Restain the 2 Dawn. Let the Nami die. And then swing another 9 with the Zoro. So they can completely tap out here since I still have the Smoker. And they're just gonna go, 10 into life. They'll take that, of course, and then not restain off the Smoker. Fair enough. Gonna have 2 9Ks here, which can hopefully clear this Zoro. Well, just one 9K because of the leader ability. But just not a ton of cards in hand, not a lot of options here. I think my turn. If I'm the yellow kid player, I'm just trying to kill this Zoro, of course. Can't really see their hand to tell what else to do with the Dawn. But going to go, I believe that is 14 at the Zoro. Tapping the other Law, Bonney will, and then let the Zoro die. Only 3 cards in hand, so... Now deciding whether to kill the Cavendish, I guess. Gonna go 10 into the Cavendish since 14 on the Zoro worked. And yep, just gonna let the Cavendish die. We know that they have a max of 2k counter in hand because of that Hody and Shanks. And then Captain Kid will just restand that Law, showing a Satori past turn. And yep, here's the 9-drop Shanks, killing that Trafalgar Law. Smoker, restand the Dawn, and we'll just go a clean 7 at life banish. Gonna have to counter into that, of course. 2k, 1k. And then just gonna pass turn. Not swing with leader. They don't want the Satori to come down because they could die. Because, I mean, I don't know their hand, but... Also just playing around, I guess, Yamato and Ace. Gonna start 9 at life, I believe, or 9 into the Smoker. Gonna tap the leader, of course, and gonna give a 0-drop event, so it must have been at the Smoker. And then just gonna play this 10-drop Ace, gain a life, no rush, restand, showing the Hawkins past turn. I'm gonna start an 11. Gonna take that, of course. Hawkins' ability, draw 2, trash 1. Trashing a Hawkins. They're gonna keep that Rush Zoro in hand, even though it is a brick. And gonna go 11 into life, or sorry, 10 into life banish. I guess they really don't want that Satori coming down. Which telegraphs a lot about their hand, is that they just don't have counter. So gonna let the Satori get banished. Tap 2 for a killer blocker. Put a Dawn under it. And just pass turn. Not swinging with leader is interesting. Because they could have swung 9 with leader. Even though they could block that, they could... They have to give up a 1k, which seems good. And then you just restand the Dawn off the Smoker, so you still have a Dawn standing. So I'm not sure the exact reason for keeping up 4 Dawn with only 1 card in hand. Unless they already restored the Dawn with Smoker and I didn't catch it. Which I don't think happened. They're going to play the X-Drake though. I guess they're just going for game here. They only have 2... I guess if the Luffy swings, they have 3 swings here. And just see if they can get there, I guess. I'm going to swing with the Ace, tap the Law, of course. And it looks like they hit the 0 drop. Unfortunate. Yep, I'm gonna 0 drop the Luffy. I don't know why X-Drake is tapped. Oh, he has to rest himself to tap something, so X-Drake is also tapped. Unfortunate. But even if they swing with the Luffy first, I'm not sure they could get there. Because if they do grab that 0 drop, they could probably get out of the leader swing, depending on how you divvy up your swings. Well, maybe not actually. So yeah, Hoodie's just gonna seal up the game here, and Bonney takes it. Oh, and they had the rush Zoro. I forgot about that. So they could have. Yeah, they could have played the Zoro first, swung with the Zoro first. Nah, I mean, you still just swing with the Ace, I feel like. Because yeah, it's tough. Yeah, maybe you do swing with the Zoro first just to play around the trigger. They could have got there that way. But yeah, since they took that first life, they couldn't play the Zoro, I believe, because you do have to have less than, you can't have equal to. So they couldn't get the rush. I think they realized that after they took the life. That's tough. But hey, regardless, GG's to all those guys. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos, and peace out.